Yeah, fade and follow, no brakes, full throttle, no units left, still stacking the bottle. Sports talk, bets drop, odds spin like lotto. Tune in, plug in, feel the vibes, it's colossal. Bets cooking, chef in the kitchen, line so tight, got precision in the vision. Spreads a razor blade, bankrolls division. Underdog barking, sniffing superstition. Tails never fails, heads flip, superstardom. Stakes weigh heavy like bricks in the garden. Pocket empty, hearts are Spartan. No units left, still betting regardless. Fade and follow, ride the highs, hit the hollow. Stacks fall fast, then you rebuild tomorrow. Fade and follow, where the wise men waddle. Win or lose.
All right, hello and welcome to another episode of Fade and Follow. I'm your host, No Units Left. This is going to be quite an episode. We're going to get into it. I am upset, depressed, everything from Saturday and Sunday, but we're going to talk college football today and save the NFL talk for the next episode. But we're also going to talk baseball. Yep, it's MLB Playoffs. I got some picks. Fade me. I'm terrible. I'm doing terrible, especially in college. Fade me in baseball too. But with baseball, I'm going strictly off vibes. So it's vibes. There's no looking into the numbers or anything like that. It's vibes. It's straight vibes picks. So yeah, we got quite an episode and we're going to get into it. And there's no ads. No ads today. No ads at all, which is great. So we're going to roll right into it. So let's recap the college football weekend. All right. So going over it, overall record is 35, 47, and 2. 35, 47, and 2. Yep. Terrible. However, I am 3-1 in my best bets, which is good. We're positive there. Moving in the right direction. It was a brutal Saturday. Where to start? I guess let's knock it out of the way. What's making me the most depressed? Freaking LSU, man. Freaking LSU. It sucks because we have such a great defense and a shitty offense that shouldn't be shitty. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I think it's the play calls. It's both the QB and the play calls and the head coach to realize. It's those three combined. You can't. I hate Brian Kelly saying we all need to be accountable. You can't get on the defense for that. The defense did what they can to limit Ole Miss to as many points. I'm shocked that Ole Miss didn't go for 40 the way we were playing. So the defense did their job. End of story, end of debate. There's no blame on the defense, and there shouldn't be any. This is all offense, all Garrett Nussmeier, and can't blame the running game when you refuse to run, except at the end there, and you're looking at like, why was this in the first half? Running on first down and doing actual legit run plays instead of these shitty ass ones. I don't get it. It pisses me off. I can't stand Sloan and his play calls. I mean, like, yeah, when we convert, it works, but we got a lucky fucking touchdown in the first drive, bouncing off, or the second drive, bouncing off a LSU guy, and then Trez Green going into Nick Anderson. Like, what the fuck? That's not an actual touchdown or winning play. That's not the formula that's going to get done. Garrett Nussmeier in his throws, I don't know what's going on in his decision-making, though. He had some bad interceptions. It was just bad offense. Bad offense. Can't really blame the wide receivers if you're not throwing to them. And we're just throwing checkdowns or screens. I feel bad for Aaron Anderson throwing a hospital ball to him. It's nuts. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they can do to fix it. You thought it'd be fixed based from. I knew nothing was going to get solved after that game. Everyone thought it was. No. I don't even know if the bye week's going to fucking help. I think they need to get rid of the offensive coordinator. Sloan has got to go. It was so bad. And maybe Brian Kelly has to go too. I don't know. I'm not ready to write off the head coach unless he says something smarter. I mean, go ahead, evaluate the tape. But we all saw it. It's the offense. You can't blame the defense. The defense is still there, championship level. You got to put up more than 21 points. You had plenty of opportunity to do it. The drives were there and everything. At the end of the day, it's the offense that let us down. it was the offense. Can't blame Blake Baker. Blake Baker did a great job. I mean, the defense, you see the defense tire out. I mean, 59 plays they're out there for. You're leaving them on an island because the offense is not giving them a fucking break. It's a fucking defense. Or excuse me, it's a fucking offense. Pisses me off. And that's what was so depressing. Like, we could have won that game. And the same can be said for Ole Miss. Ole Miss, too, could have won the game last year if they didn't have those drop balls against us. Like, they could have won the game outright and by more. So they allowed us to be in the play. Or we stayed in the game, and at the end of the day, it's LSU doing it to them. Last year, it was Ole Miss doing it to themselves. So it's a wash. You can't, Ole Miss was the better team. They were the better team. They had a better scheme offensively. The quarterback played 10 times better. How many times are we going to mention he's from Ferris State? I mean, cool. All right, but he's really good. He is good. I'll give him that. But wow, from Ferris State, how many times are they going to say that in the fucking broadcast? Fucking nuts. I didn't really pay too much attention to the night games, so we don't need to go into that. The one winner was holding Ole Miss under 27 under 27 and a half points. The half really helped me there, so that was a win, a good win. But yeah, plus 2.5 should have been enough. Should have been a field goal game. Should have been less than a field goal game. It would have been. Yeah, fucking LSU, man. I remember like watching this when Joe Burrow was there. The defense wasn't there. It's like, man, will we? Can our offense like put up the firepower? Some weeks, like, can the defense hold some of these teams? And yeah, I mean, fuck is all I got to say. I mean, I'll go in the Niners rant as well next episode. But yeah, just fucking sucks. Everything sucks. We're not out of it. I mean, we might as well be. I don't know. I don't want us to be out there. I want us to compete. But if we're gonna put out the fucking same offense, I want to take a. I don't give a fuck. Get rid of the offensive coordinator. Give us fucking, I don't know, UMass or Oklahoma State offense. At least they fucking try. Give them their OC. I don't give a fuck. Wisconsin. I don't care. I don't know. If we're going to call the fucking same plays and everything, I'm done. I am done. I feel bad. I feel bad for every defender, the defense that we have. They did a phenomenal fucking job. They did. I don't care. You can't look at what the defense did wrong or anything like that. At the end of the day, it's offense. It's offense week to week. We don't know which offense we're going to get. We're not going to think like I want to say thank God we have a bye week, but I don't know if that's going to help. I don't know if that's going to solve anything. They have plenty of tape to look at, and they don't learn from it. So who knows? All I know is we shouldn't. I don't know. Let's move on. Rant over. There's so much more I can say. So much more I can go into. Piss. Let's go into the losses and wins. Florida State, Virginia, what a game. Florida State -7, Virginia won, but the best bet. First half over 16.5 by Florida State, looking murky there, but in the second quarter they went off, 21 points. So thank you, Florida State, for that. And the over hits once again for Florida State, over 60. So yeah, rolling. I didn't watch too much of the Oregon State Houston game. Loser -12.5. So I can't really dive into that. Wish I could. Can't. Got nothing there for y'all. Sorry. I was more focused on this Florida State Virginia game. Had more money on it. Compared to that, more units. Whatever. Over hits in Notre Dame, Arkansas, didn't give that out, so it's not counting as a win for me. But I did bet it. Unfortunately, I didn't give it out, so that will not go on the record. The over 64.5. Notre Dame destroyed Arkansas. Oh, that's what I was going to mention. Okay, here we go. I guess I'll save it to when we get to Bama, Georgia. I guess I'll save it. Or which game comes up before then? No, fuck. I'll say it now. What if all these teams are just everybody's evenly matched this year? Everybody's evenly matched. There's no great team. They're all really good teams, or maybe we can call teams great, but maybe we just have an even playing field for the first time ever where any given Saturday, any of these teams can lose. I don't think one team's better than the other. Like for example, Florida State just loses to Virginia, but Florida State beat Bama. Bama just beat Georgia. Crazy. Ole Miss, has what do you call it? Been so competitive with Arkansas and I'm trying to play Kentucky, but they beat Ole Miss or beat LSU. Excuse me. Like what if all these teams are on an even playing field? Yeah, like it was a close game with Clemson, but one of the LSU has a better defense, but in Clemson's defense, but it just is what it is. Or Georgia Tech and how close they are with Wake Forest, Oregon, Penn State. Like we don't know. You could say Ohio State, but they still played a close game with Texas. What if everybody's just equal? Like, get rid of the rankings. Let's just see at the end of the year where everyone says I think these rankings are total bullshit. I think everybody's on a much more even playing field this year. Now 3 wins. Now we'll see. But if everybody has 2 losses, all the 2 losses teams should be in, or all the, of course, undefeated goes without saying, and 1 loss. But what if there's more 2-loss teams and all that? I think they should be looked at. I think everybody is more equal than it ever has been this year. I believe any team in the SEC and Big Ten, maybe Big Ten, but definitely ACC and Big 12, you're going to get a bunch of winners and losers. There's not going to be one better team. Maybe Texas, maybe Oklahoma if John Mateer doesn't get hurt. Who knows? But now John Mateer's here. We got to wait and see. Maybe Texas Tech, we'll see in the Big 12. They're undefeated at the end, but who knows? I mean, Iowa State, I'll talk about that. It doesn't make sense how they're fucking underdogs to Cincinnati. I don't get it. What am I missing? Rant over for that. This is going to be a long recap, I just realized. Yeah, we're going to go on for a while. Okay, so that was Notre Dame, Arkansas. Ohio State, Washington, winner. Ohio State -8. Talked about LSU. Fuck them at the moment. Minus their defense. Defense, I'll always praise. Arizona versus Iowa State. I thought that was going to be a closer game. Man, what a loser. And the under 50. Unbelievable. I thought Arizona was going to show it somewhat. Never did. Indiana versus Iowa. Fuck that quarterback for running back from Indiana to get a safety to lose the push. He didn't need to go all the way to end zone. He could have slid down in bounds and game over. You just had to go to the end zone? The fuck? It caused a safety. Fuck that. Plus, Indiana should have beat him by more, but a tough place to play in Iowa, but whatever. Fuck that, Indiana. God damn it. I expect better. Mass versus Missouri, nothing to talk about there. Loss for -44.5. Tennessee versus Mississippi State. Wow, definitely counted out Mississippi State. Guess they are pretty darn good. Like I said, equal playing field. Like Mississippi State may be pretty good. Now whoever plays them they're no slouch. -7.5 loser. Oregon, Penn State, Oregon +3.5 winner. I'm not going to take credit on this one. Knew it was going to be a close game, but overtime and all that. Yeah, both teams look good. Like I said, equal playing field. Maybe Penn State's not as bad as people think. Like whoever they play upcoming, I mean, yeah, we'll see. Equal playing field. Same with Bama, Georgia. Just Bama was the better team. Georgia -3 loser. BYU versus Colorado -6.5. Didn't watch the game. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, I was more of watching the Oregon and Bama game. Didn't really care. Should have. Northwestern, UCLA. Don't have much to say there. I just thought Northwestern was going to. They did win, but I thought they were going to win by more. -6.5. NC State, Virginia Tech. Okay, Virginia Tech. I bet a few units, not a whole lot, just to see if Virginia Tech hasn't covered, so you got to bet that. Same with UCLA. Just bet a little bit of units, just see if that works. So no harm, no foul. Not worried about that the next week. Utah State versus Vandy. I will say this. That was such a big spread for Vandy. Vandy still had an impressive one, or still was dominant, 20 points this game. But 23 points was a little much, but still was scary there, all that. So I knew it was a big spread, and there's big spreads this upcoming week as well. Plus 23 winner. Tennessee versus Mississippi State winner over 62. UMass versus Missouri 56, loser 56.5 and went under. Rice versus Navy. Navy has gone over, so that's the only reason why I bet that. So most of these games, I'll let you know. I just bet just to ride the wave, and it's not a whole lot of units unless I truly believe in it. I didn't truly believe in it, so yeah. In some of these. So overall record 35, 47-2, and 3-1 best bets. Let's talk. What do we want to talk about? Let's talk about the upcoming action for week 5, and then we'll talk baseball. Still have to talk baseball. All right. I don't know if I'm going to make this best bet, but it's pretty darn close. I don't know. I'm going to go through it. Still debate on best bets and all that. You may hear it here. We'll see. But Kentucky versus Georgia plus 20.5. I like Kentucky plus 20.5. May or may not be my best bet. Totally debating. But definitely like it. So Georgia, Kentucky plus 20.5 at the moment. I just think that's so big for Georgia. If it was 10, if it was 11. I know they're going to be motivated after a loss, but are they going to be motivated enough? I think Kentucky's still going to be pretty darn good. I don't know. I think 20.5 is a big spread for Georgia, especially against an SEC opponent like Kentucky. Miami versus Florida State. Over 54. That is my bet. I don't like any. I was thinking about taking Miami after the loss. I think it was. What's the spread at? I forget off the top of my head, but I saw the over 54. Florida State has hit the over every week. I think they're going to have to put up points to beat Miami, and Miami's going to have to put up points to beat Florida State. So I think, if it is a blowout, garbage time TDs and all that, so give it to me. Florida State, I am looking at, let's see, what is the spread? I don't even know. I'm trying. I forget off the top of my head, but I was looking at it. I didn't like it too much. Just stalling. Minus 4.5. Minus 4.5 Miami, and it's at Florida State. I don't know. Maybe TBD. I don't know. But I definitely like the over 54. Over 54 I like more. You know what? We're going to start placing smart bets. So, moving on. I love this Texas-Florida State, or this Florida game. This Texas versus Florida game. Give me the Texas team total under 24.5. Arch Manning is playing a real fucking defense this week. Plus, I'm not betting a lot of units, but I'm betting some on the plus 6.5 for Florida. I think Florida can win this game. I really do. I honestly do. I think Florida can win this game. I definitely like the team total under for Texas. That may be my best bet as well. Team total under. Florida's defense is nasty. They've had some close losses. I don't think Florida has given up yet or anything like that. I think they're gonna. This is at the Swamp, and they're gonna want to beat Texas. I really do. No one likes Texas. I think Florida is gonna want to do that. Give me Florida, and also give me Texas team total under 24.5. They're gonna face a real defense, not these Whompers that they had plus the bye week. I don't give a shit. Florida's had a bye week too. Give me them. Give me Florida. Just the team total under. Maybe the under overall. We'll see. I don't know. But right now, those are the two. And no, we're placing smart bets. We're placing smart bets. Remember. Yeah. So I'm just gonna be smart with that. But yeah, I definitely like Florida in this spot. I don't like it. I love Florida in this spot. I love it. So yeah. Florida. Yeah. Give me that. I know it's 43.5. Can they both be under 20 points? No, we're going to stick to what I got. 24.5 and 6.5. There we go. Boise State versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame has gone over every week, so over 64.5. Not a whole lot of units, but some. We're going to ride the wave. This is the Vandy versus Bama game. I like Bama minus 10.5. It's at home. If this was at Vandy, I like the plus 10.5. But this is at Bama, and this is going to be the first, I think, real game for Vandy's quarterback Diego. I think that this is going to be the first real test. Minus 10.5. I think Bandy takes Vandy in this one. They're going to avenge the loss from last year. This is the one game. Iowa State versus Cincinnati. This line makes 0 sense. I don't get it. I think Iowa State's a better team. I'm going to take the rat bait on this one, +2 versus Cincy. I don't understand. Maybe other people do. This is why I'm under 500 for the year. So fade me on this one. I would. But yeah, I like Iowa State better. So yeah, go ahead, fade me on this. Oklahoma versus Kent State. I'm not betting this, but I wanted to take the team total under, but I saw it was 3.5. Literally 3.5 for Kent State. If I had a touchdown, 7.5, I'm taking it. But I have 3.5. I could see a late time TD. Definitely see a field goal, 100%. I see a 3-0. I also see a 7, so that's why I'm not taking Oklahoma. I want to so bad, but I gotta wait for the next week to take the Oklahoma team total under. So I'm not betting that. JMU versus Georgia State. JMU has not only. Oh yeah, okay. I guess I gotta talk about it. Before I talk about this. I forgot to mention, here are the teams that have covered and are undefeated in covering so far this year. Ohio State 3-0-1, one push. Louisiana Tech, they're undefeated, 4-0. These teams are 4-0 or 5-0 based off the games they played. JMU undefeated, Texas Tech undefeated, Utah State undefeated, Memphis. Well, Utah State got lucky with the 20 points, but it was 23 or whatever, but they got lucky. Utah State cover. Memphis has covered. Mississippi State has covered. Those are undefeated in covering. Here's the teams that don't cover and have yet to cover and have not covered at all. Penn State, SMU, Georgia, Clemson, Georgia State, which is why I'm taking Kentucky because they have not covered again. Clemson, Georgia State, Sam Houston State. Those teams have yet to cover this season. With that, I've looked at all the lines, and I don't like some of the lines on some, so that's why I'm not taking all these. But, yeah, we'll see come next week. Here are the overs. The teams that are undefeated in games they're in going over. Virginia, 4-0-1. UAB, Tennessee, Notre Dame, Rutgers, Florida State, and Air Force are undefeated in games of going under. Or over, excuse me. Under games of the season. This is part of the reason why I'm not taking Oklahoma either. It's a big spot, 53.5. But games that they played in and have gone under. Oklahoma, Northern Illinois. Wow, what was that there? Northern Illinois, JMU, James Madison, and Florida. All right. And with that goes back to JMU. JMU has covered, so I'm taking the minus 19.5. A little bit, not a whole lot, just taking a little bit. Fade me, whatever. They're playing Georgia State, and I'm taking the under. Georgia State has yet to cover, right? Was that? Yep. Teams that don't cover, Georgia State has yet to cover this season. So 2 undefeateds going at it. Give me the team that's undefeated in covering and the team that's not. So bet against them. That's what I'm doing. Bet against me. Fade me. Under 54. Taking that. So under 54 as well, since the games that JMU games have gone under every week. So betting a little bit on that. This is a little bit of game, not a whole lot. So minus 19.5 and under 54. Kansas versus UCF. Give me Kansas -4. I don't know why. I just taking Kansas -4. And it's at UCF. Minnesota, Ohio State. I like Ohio State -24. I know it's a big number, but I don't like Minnesota at all. So give me, if this is at Minnesota, it's a different bet. but it's at Ohio State minus 24. Penn State versus UCLA. I am taking. It's being played at UCLA. UCLA is like garbage the whole season. But plus 20 25 is a whole lot of points against Penn State. I know they're going to be pissed coming out, but I don't know why. I'm taking UCLA plus 25. I hate it, but I don't think Penn State covers. They probably will, but plus 25. I like that. Let's see. What's next? Texas Tech versus Houston. I like Texas Tech minus 11.5. And the team total under for Houston minus 19.5. Team total under for Houston. I think Texas Tech is that good. That's what I'm going with. Wake Forest versus Virginia Tech. I am taking Wake Forest plus 6. I think they're a little bit better, and I think they're definitely worth the 6. Excuse me. Washington versus Maryland. I am taking Maryland plus 6 as well. This is being played in Maryland. I like Maryland a lot in this spot, and they haven't been bad at all. This is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be back and forth. So give me Maryland the plus 6. Maryland hasn't looked that bad, so I could be wrong as well, but they haven't looked that bad. So I definitely like Maryland plus 6 here. What's next? Mississippi State versus A&M. Mississippi State's undefeated in covering plus 14.5. I am taking that. Taking that plus 14.5. I do think a lot of points will be scored as well. What was I looking at? 57.5. Maybe I may take that, but I definitely like the 14.5. I think that a lot of points are going to be scored here. So plus 14.5 Mississippi State. What was next? Oh, the late night game. Nevada versus Fresno State. Over 44.5. No rhyme or reason. Just taking it over 44.5. Yep. And with that is my card for college football. I'll run through it before I talk MLB. So, starting off with Kentucky plus 20.5 versus Georgia. Miami versus Florida over 54. Florida State, excuse me. Miami versus Florida State over 54. Texas team total under 24.5 is my best bet versus Florida. So Florida plus 6.5, but the team total under for Texas 24.5 is my best bet. Boise State versus Notre Dame over 64.5. Bama minus 10.5 versus Vandy. Iowa State versus Cincinnati plus 2. JMU minus 19.5 against Georgia State and the under 54. Kansas minus 4. Minnesota versus Ohio State. Ohio State minus 24. Penn State versus UCLA plus 25 for UCLA. Texas Tech minus 11.5 versus Houston, and Houston team total under 19.5. Wake Forest plus 6. Maryland plus 6. What's the next one? Mississippi State plus 14.5. And the Nevada versus Fresno State late game over 44.5. Excuse me, over 44.5. Oh yeah, I thought that Memphis and Tulsa line was too big for me to take Memphis. That's the reason for that. I believe Memphis is undefeated in covering as well, and I didn't like the Sam Houston line either in teams that don't cover. So yeah, those are my reasons for not taking them. Let's get into baseball, playoff baseball. All right, playoff baseball. These picks I'm giving are based off vibes only, and not. There's no analytics going into this. It's just teams I want to win, that I want to see do well and want to win, and I'm rooting for. So with that, you can fade me since there's no rhyme or reason, and teams I think are gonna win too as well. I don't like taking this, but I think we'll beat this team as well. So let's get into it. Detroit Tigers versus Guardians. The Tigers are on an epic slump. We think the Tigers are going to turn it around against the Guardians. I don't understand how the Guardians are not favored in this. And so give me the money line for the Guardians plus 140. I don't care who's pitching. I'm going based off vibes. And I guess some analytics, like the Tigers are on an epic slump, and the Guardians are on the trajectory, doing really well. So, I momentum matters in baseball. It does. I don't think the Tigers turn around. They're playing 3 games. Excuse me, they're maybe 3 games in Cleveland. Yeah, they're not playing it at home. So give me the Guardians plus 140. As soon as I saw that, I hammered it right away. Same with I'll get into that. No, there's no same for. I think that was it. That was the only one that really shocked me. I don't care. Give me the vibes. So plus 140 for Cleveland. And I'm not a Cleveland guy. I'm more of a Detroit guy. I like Detroit a lot. Lovable losers, I guess you could have said. And my dad's from Michigan, so why not take, but sorry, Dad, I'm taking Cleveland plus 140. Padres versus Cubs, I'm taking the Cubs here minus 116. I don't like it or love it, but yeah, I don't really have a reason. I think I just like the Cubs a little bit more. Honestly, and being a Giants and A's fan, I don't really care for the Padres. But yeah, so but if the Padres are playing the Dodgers, for sure I'm taking the Padres based off vibes. But right now it's the Cubs, so Cubs minus 116. Taking that money line. The other money line I am taking is the obvious one, the Red Sox plus 114 against the Yankees. Vibes, strictly vibes. Never. I am not a Yankees or Dodgers fan, so definitely taking that base. So I'm taking the Red Sox off vibes and who I want to win. And the last one, Reds versus Dodgers. Again, I'm not a Dodgers fan, but I'm not dumb. I'm not an idiot. I do think the Dodgers are the better team and 10 times better team than the Reds. I'm not here to lose money either. So I am taking the Dodgers minus 1.5. I do think they can win by over 2, so plus 110 on that run line. So, yep, I am taking the Doyers. The Doyers minus 1.5 plus 10. I hate it, even though I'm a Giants fan, but I'm not a dumb one. It's the same with Bama. I'm not dumb either. I hate Bama with a passion. Plus 10.5 versus Vandy. Minus 10.5. I'm taking, I could go Vandy easily, but no. Minus 10.5, that's where the smart money is, and I'm going to take that. Same with the Doyers. Doyers minus 1.5 plus 10. I hate the Doyers, but I'm not an idiot. Yeah. So, with that being said, that is MLB. I can't wait for the playoffs tomorrow. I'm so excited. Love playoff baseball. Love baseball. Love every sport. I just hate betting baseball in the regular season because I don't fucking know. But I love betting postseason baseball. I love it, and I'll watch it, and I love it during the day. I miss being on the West Coast and where it's bright fucking early, but it's all right. 1 o'clock game works fine. So with that being said, plus 140, Cleveland Guardians plus 140, Chicago Cubs minus 116, Boston Red Sox plus 114, and the Doyers minus 1.5 plus 110 money line or run line, excuse me. And with that, that is episode 5.1. Episode 5.1 of Fade and Follow. Thank you for listening. Talk to you later. Bye for now.
No units left, but the man got wisdom. Pod mic, hot stats spill like a prism. Breakdowns tighter than a lock in a prison. Favorites of dogs, it's all about decisions. Late night sweat, buzzer beater regret. Overtime hits, ain't no ceilings to the bet. Down to the wire.